Disagree.
I think
Why?
for me, I disagree too, because social media, number one, kuna the good and the bad, of course. We cannot deny that. But also social media is just another way of making money for most people. In as much as we have that certain percentage that is online wasting time, there's actually people
are talented in dancing. These are the people I'm talking about. They feel like they're talented in, dancing.
Guys,
and then they dance
because it's funny. I don't want to
You want to laugh as well?
No.
And then watu wanaongea, but like uni mtoto hata sura yake haijachukua shape. But acha nikwambie, I was an ugly child. I can boldly say I was very ugly when I was small.
I can
sometimes
tell.
You see?
No, I'm not committed. This is not social media.
Somebody else will definitely say something in support of that.
This is going to imtachukulia vibaya, but honestly, take all the offense you can. There's enough to go around. When mtu akikukatia sai, unamwangalia unafikiria mtoto wangu ataka hivyo, you're like, get somebody else to do it.
Especially right now.
Well, yeah, but
mi kwanza kuna mtu niliona, wacha niseme the physique.
But hiyo ni maisha ya
Welcome, amazing, beautiful people. Welcome to another yet beautiful episode of The Wave Central. And my guys, kama kawaida, the boss mama ako with the beautiful ladies. My God, mmoja amevalia kama principal, but we welcome her. See, shed. It's not a shed, my love. Jojo, unachoma. Anyway,
unajua venye ingo ilikuwa expensive. It's okay. I know where I'll find her.
I'm so sorry, my love. Anyway,
na huyo mwingine amevaa kama
avalia kama wale watu
coach wa football.
Soka. Ama magari.
Huko leo ni
Wale watu
kubaya.
wanapanga kwa event wana serve watu in
Usher.
You want like an usher. I thought you were a baddie, a village baddie. Well, it reflects. Anyway, guys, I'll be your host for today, Jojo Tyra. You can call me the boss mama. And of course, I'm with...
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You already know my name is Clara Ndinda, and I am here. I am ready to spew the tea, bila kuacha chochote, with sugar, with spice, and with everything nice.
In between.
Oh,
Nitakugonga.
in between.
Achana na huyu. Do we have...
Mbona utanigonga?
Hi guys, how you guys doing? Kama kawaida, I'm your other co-host, Kristen.
Karibu aseme coach.
Entertainment and everything in between. Hata kama mnaniita coach leo.
Where?
Zina fly to all over. Shedu. Anyway, guys.
At least I look like a principal.
Yeah.
Principals make.
Oh, my sugar god. Anyway, guys, so today we are gonna talk about social media. We all know that all the youth, especially kids, wamezoea social media. Na yani mtu hawezi toka social media to kufanya anything other than that. You find them hooked up on social media. So we're gonna talk about topics that revolve around, the dangers of social media, especially the dark side of that bit. So, and of course, we're gonna, insert some few topics here and there, very interesting topics, especially from our esteemed director,
Brown skin murder.
Insert photo.
Huyo ndo anatuambia tuulize hii swali. JK, ongeza picha ya mtu.
Rakim lazima akue kwenye mix.
So Jojo, when you say like social media has kids, what age are we talking about?
Of course, people ranging between 17, because I believe that's where most of them are hooked up into social media, Facebook, whichever, up to let's say 30s. Yeah.
But let me shock you. You'll be shocked to find that these older people are the ones who are on social media more.
Older people?
Yes.
I think if you know,
it is because the fascination of a smartphone.
For older people?
Yes,
yeah.
Jojo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Observe your parents and tell me.
Oh my God. Yeah, true. My mom.
Facebook. Facebook has them like this.
Yeah.
Wakituma ile share, or you will have 7 years of bad luck.
Bad luck.
Yeah. My mom usually sends so many inspirations from Facebook. Unaonanga tu kwa group forwarded from mommy, my sweet
Can I
mommy.
tell you what
I'm
my
like,
mom sends most?
Mhm.
You guys know I love doing makeup when I want, yeah?
Yeah.
Unajua kuna hizi video zenye kuwa za mtu aliyeka lashes, sijui amewekwa sijui drip kwa jicho ili mwaribikia. My mom enjoys sending me that. Yeah.
Okay, not to digress,
Mhm.
Jojo, you were saying something.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about things that revolve around that. So do you feel like social media in a way is one of the key things that makes our, should I say, economy go down, because people are hooked up there, because somebody should be maybe doing accounting but are hooked to TikTok, influencing and all that, or maybe just watching?
I disagree.
I think
Why?
for me I disagree too, because social media, number one, kuna the good and the bad, of course. We cannot deny that. But also social media is just another way of making money for most people. In as much as we have that certain percentage that is online wasting time, there's actually people that are online making money.
And a lot of money.
But that's like a few.
Yeah, that's like a
but like a huge.
No,
a
the
huge
reason as to why
percentage.
I'm saying I disagree is because nowadays literally everything is on our phones.
Yeah.
So there's no way you're gonna say it's affecting the economy in a negative way. Because Jojo, trust you me, let's say for instance you are a journalist and you want to do something away from what you've been doing. What platform are you gonna use?
Social media.
You're going to use social media as a tool that is supposed to help you enhance what you're doing. So I actually feel like it is here, and it actually even helps people. The way you're saying the economy, that at utapata accountant instead of working there on social media. Maybe that's the negative side of it, but actually most people are learning through social media. So if we decide to embrace this thing, then it is going to help us very much. Yeah.
But okay, on that point, you say that like it helps the economy in one way or the other.
It does.
But assuming, I've been to government offices.
Okay.
Like let's say NSSF, Fizima,
Mulika watu wa kuheshimu.
I go there, you find that somebody, you're supposed to be helped.
Yeah.
Hata Huduma Center is a good example. Yani unafika huko unapata mtu ako hooked, unamwambia can you help me here?
We can't blame that on social media. That's a personality problem.
That is them being
but okay.
Yes.
It's a 50-50.
But can I tell you what aspect of social media that I have grown to hate so much? We are in a space where I speak as an auntie that has kids on social media, which I love seeing their videos. Like they're very, very talented. I want to see that they have brains outside of books. I love that for them. The one thing that I have noticed on social media is how people are preying towards these kids.
On children.
For example, I think I was showing you guys my niece. She's very beautiful. She's a cute girl. Every time I see her on social media, I am praying that hakuna mtu anamwangalia na ile macho ya tatu. Because people, honestly, and I think I speak for when I say sometimes I go to social media, I see that mama ameweka hapo the things she's finding her kids doing. Na kwa watu ni innocent because mtu amemtext anataka kurespond.
I have a burning point, Christine.
Yeah.
You cannot, yes, I understand, and I am against pedophilia. But you as a parent, why are you not monitoring what your child is doing on social media? You do understand. Her niece is very beautiful and she has developed in ways that, she looks...
She's even bigger than her.
Yeah.
Where?
Like, she's very beautiful, she's very curvy, but this is a kid.
Yeah.
Christine, you understand how the world is out here.
Yeah.
You cannot say, you do what you want, and then you go and pray and tell God, I hope no one is praying on this child, because they will do. That one, again, you can't blame social media.
I get that. I cannot blame social media. And that's why I'm saying, even as a parent, for example, if I'm monitoring what my child is doing, I can only do so much. There's actually like where you can actually monitor what your child is doing on your phone. You're looking at the sites they're following. But then again, you as a parent can only do enough. I'm going to give an example of Facebook, for example.
Why is your child on Facebook?
Why shouldn't
Kwani, how old are they?
No,
that's where we start.
On Facebook. Why would a 13-year-old be on Facebook?
On Facebook, on Instagram.
That was then.
But right now,
They
I
still
think
have
that they
Facebook,
still,
yeah. Kwanza
Your niece
Facebook
is on
side,
Facebook.
I don't know.
Oh my
Shan, are you on
god.
Facebook?
If you
Oh my god.
let's use TikTok, please.
Okay, yes, on TikTok.
Oh yeah, TikTok.
On TikTok,
Facebook.
we all know that now
Mhm.
everybody has access to your account in
Yes.
terms of unaweza kuku DM. And sometimes if you're looking at kids, kama sayangalia watu kama, you remember the day we were having a conversation in the office when you were saying there's this chick that is like 21 but she doesn't look 21.
Yeah.
You've seen that body.
Yeah.
Imagine akiwa like 16 or 15. Mwili yake pia ilikuwa imedevelop like
So
that.
are we blaming the body or we are
No. The child ako social media. But then there's those pray, like hata kama una monitor account ya mtoto wako, you can only do so much from your end. You're like, don't talk to strangers and whatnot. But then there's that bunch when wana target hao watoto kabisa. You know, like they're like, no, this is just a fresh set of us. Like they just want to prey on them.
But on that point, I think I would agree with Linda.
Yeah.
I think we can blame social media when it comes to that.
I blame. You see, as a parent, I feel like you need to educate your child
Yeah.
and make them aware that there are this sort of weirdos
People.
on social media, so that as a parent, you train them on what to post and what not to post.
Yeah.
And you know, this is a child, like for instance, your niece, she's in adolescence and she wants to.
Wait. Can we not talk about my niece?
But
Tukimwandika hivyo mamake
Oh, okay. Ni juu wewe ndio umembring up, so
yeah, like I
we're
was just saying,
giving
like in
an
the
example.
context of
Okay.
content wanna make.
Sawa,
your age
sawa.
group. Yeah.
So let's say, for example, you have a teenager and they have started developing. They have seen, like, you know, they're starting to feel sexy and whatnot. They'd want to take such photos.
Yeah.
But you, as a parent, if you have not educated them and told them, if you post such a photo, I know it will, they might not listen.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
they might not even understand what you're saying.
They might
be
not
like, "Why aren't you
listen.
sure?"
But it's easier that way after you have educated them and they know that if I do this, maybe it's okay to take such photos, fine, but keep them to yourself. Because if you keep them out here to the world, there's weirdos out here watching whatever you're doing and they might start preying on you. And you see, this is a kid. They're not mature enough to know whether this person is, because these preying people, these pedophiles, they'll act like they care about you. They are asking you which school. You as a child, you think that, oh, this guy actually cares for me. Well, that's
he's
not
just
the
another
reason.
social media friend.
Yes. So I feel like as a parent, you know, I'm also an auntie to other people or to maybe even younger people. I have younger brothers. It is up to me to educate this person, to tell them, do not do this. They might not listen to you, but when they see it coming, they'll be like, oh, I was warned.
If I may just add to that, I think there's one gap that I think we're not discussing. You see, when we talk about, yes, you have told your child don't do 1, 2, 3,
which they will definitely not listen.
Yes, but then also a large percentage of pedophiles are not people that are even it's not about attraction in terms of angles of pictures or these things. Because look at a child, for example. We've seen stories of men that take advantage of like a baby that is 6 months. Diaper ndio ilikuwa cute ama what is it? You get? So like there's those ones that are not even looking with the eye of, oh my God, she's so grown. Others are just looking with the intention of, she's just
But then
young.
again, pedophiles are pedophiles, whether on social media or live.
In real life,
performing.
yeah.
So I think still I'll agree with her.
Okay.
It is more of the parent taking the responsibility, talking to this child and telling them you'll meet them on social media or even out there. So,
because I have seen, and sorry to digress just a little bit, you see, like when girls and women are protesting against femicide, you'd see people with t-shirts written like, oh, educate your sons, or educate. I totally agree, educate them. But you know what? It's up to you, because you are the target. It's up to you to be educated and to know, if I do this, I am potentially putting myself at risk for these people.
But can I also tell you guys something?
Okay.
As a woman, as a girl child, I grew up in an environment that says, Mami, cross your legs when you sit. Mami, kama nguo ni fupi, vaa tights. As a girl child, kutoka ile age ndogo unasikiza, you're brought up in a way that do this 1, 2, 3. But then I feel the reason why people have those t-shirts is because it is not very easy for somebody to say usiangalie msichana hivyo, you know. And that's why I think that aspect of educate your son comes out then, because sisi kama wasichana ulianza kuambiwa nini, 6 p.m. ikifika, even today, it's not even about being told. I think I was telling you guys, when I leave at the house in the morning at 6 a.m., I'm casually like looking kwanza ile side. Kama kuna mtu anakuja, can I be able to outrun this person kama ni ile stretch yenye iko hivi? You get? So I feel like there's still a very big gap that does not educate their sons on, you know, like don't do.
But you see,
things.
Christine, in as much as they're educated, and this is one thing I'm always gonna say: if somebody is a pedophile, is a pedophile. They know this is wrong, but they're still gonna do it. It's not like they don't know. It's not like they're not educated. Some of these people are. You've seen the guy who has been arrested. I don't know. It's in which country abroad. This is a whole lawyer.
Oh no, not Didi. Sorry.
Not Didi. Not Didi.
Didi
Like
is
a
just
whole lawyer.
Yeah. So he actually knows.
This is an educated person.
Who knows law.
Yeah.
And then-
So not to digress, I feel like that's one of the dark sides of social media that you're saying, especially to these younger people.
Kids, yeah.
The other side, I would say, is kind of dark.
Yeah, please go ahead.
We love dark humor, don't we?
Okay, I don't know. Some people will call it dark humor, but you know, let's say for instance, this shaming thing.
Yeah.
Shaming in terms of
Body shaming, disability shaming,
Yeah.
like you see what I'm talking about?
I've seen a couple of videos people make on social media. They sound like they're funny, but they're not.
Yeah,
You see?
because for instance, let's say you have a child with a disability.
Yeah.
You have this child, you have, as a parent, you've taken your responsibility to teach this child, and they have grown knowing that they are beautiful no matter how.
and they are confident
Yes,
just the way
they are built differently.
Yeah.
And they have this confidence, and
Yeah.
they decide to come on social media. Maybe they maybe mguu yake moja ni fupi, but they feel like inside them they are talented
Look
in
at her.
dancing. These are the people I'm talking about. They feel like they are talented in, you know, dancing.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm
And then
not
they
laughing
dance.
because it's
Yeah.
funny. I don't want to.
You
be
want to
aggressive.
laugh as well?
No,
Guys, I am not
I'm not
laughing
laughing
because
about
it's
that.
funny. Dinda, watch by there I say this. Guys, please don't come for me. I'm not laughing because it's funny. It's because
You have a
There's-
friend with one short leg?
there's this.
she showed us a video.
No, wait, not even that one. There's this chick on social media that my friend and I laugh at. Not laugh at, but laugh at her content. I think she's those people that are too confident being disabled. For example, Juzi alieka video akiride bike. Now you see, if you're riding a bike, no mekalia bike, guys, don't laugh.
We're
This is not
laughing.
supposed to be funny. So
not
it looks
laughing.
like side moja anaenda hivi. So somebody said, your bike inafaa kuwa side moja refu, side moja fupi. But then you see, like these are the ones we are laughing with or laughing about ni when they're making humor out
No,
of their
there's
disability.
those who make humor out of their
yeah.
disability. That's fine.
Yeah.
But others, you can clearly tell this is somebody who's trying to do this thing.
Yeah. And people are
You know,
making fun of
like,
it.
yeah, I can't walk, but at least my body is moving. I'm dancing, but you're there bashing them. Because I saw some other chick. This one was not even disabled. She's like a kakienyeji from Shags.
Yeah.
And she had posted like just a nice photo. You know how, you know, they could be.
Yeah.
And people had really bashed her to an extent that, you know, how she doesn't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, amepaka eyebrows yake amechora line moja hadi huku na ameweka dot hapa.
hapo.
Honestly, to her, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
But people came at her, and you could tell from the comment that she wrote there, she was like, kwani nakaa vibaya?
Yeah. Like yake ni innocent.
Yeah. But people like Christine are there writing comments of sijui what,
Guys,
and you're laughing.
I don't, yo.
So you see, things like this, they can take a toll on someone's self-confidence.
Yeah.
It
And
can
you
affect
see,
their mental
yeah, the problem
state.
is, yes, you're laughing. Why can't you give guidance?
Yeah. Solution.
Tell
But
her,
they tell this
don't draw
person-
them hadi huku. You can DM them and tell them, manze, DM them with a YouTube tutorial.
You know what?
Utakuwa
Linda?
umemsaidia.
I feel like hata hao watu wanakuwa kwa comment section, it's like they're usually
One
paid.
ndio ukawa.
Those people, it's like hata even if you post like this, you know you're looking sexy and all, somebody will have something
to say.
So anyway, social media is one of those dark places where you can expose your child.
Do you guys
to.
remember about speaking about kids on social media? Do you guys remember our director was showing us in the morning mtoto wa mtu amempost and then watu wanaongea like huyu ni mtoto hata sura yake haijachukua shape. By that time nikwambia I was an ugly child. I can boldly say I was very ugly when I was small.
I can
Sometimes
You see?
No, I'm not committed. This is not social media.
Somebody else will definitely say something in support of that.
I had to come at her because she's laughing
Wait
at that
a
chick. Ooh.
guys, I was just called ugly on
Clara!
this set.
No, you said you were not a beautiful
How can you
child.
tell? How can you tell?
But
How can you
you
tell?
just said.
How can you tell?
You've
How
just
can you
said.
tell? How
You've
can
said.
you tell?
You've said.
Guys,
You've said. I was just agreeing to your sentiments. You
I was
yourself.
saying,
Ebu rewind like 10 seconds ago. She said I was an ugly child, and I just agreed.
I can feel that.
guys, that aside, I was saying that there's these people that when you post, you see how celebrities anapata mtoto anamweka like 1 year hajawahi post,
Yeah.
anampost, and then mtu ako like no wonder alikuwa
And to you,
Yeah.
to you think that's the cutest thing on earth.
exactly.
Yeah.
Ni nani aonangi mtu? But do you think you'd have a child and not think he's cute?
Yeah.
What?
You as a mom.
Sika ni ugly.
No.
But you see, like you've said, you were not a beautiful child. You can trust the process.
But then I don't think as a parent you actually see it.
you
don't,
can
Yeah,
see
you
it.
know, Ndinda,
You can see it.
You
Trust
can
you
see-
me. Yeah.
na
You've
ndio
been
maana
a parent
mnaambiwa
before.
mchague
No,
partners vizuri.
But I have seen
mkatengeneza
I've seen-
family.
I've seen weird looking human beings, but they grow up to be beautiful.
But they're not your child.
No,
So you
I'm just
can know.
saying, like you can tell.
Mimi sitaongelea sura za
You
watu.
can tell.
No, you can tell.
Let me ask you a question.
Even me, if I
Yeah.
give birth to someone that's, I'll just be like, hey. But you know what?
You look
We are
like you're
trusting the
daddy.
process.
Yeah, we're still trusting the process.
We are trusting the process. Even me, like Christine, the reason as to why I said I agree, it's because I was like her as well when I
Maybe
was
worse.
a child. Yeah, even worse because I even don't know where.
But then I think tunafaa tutumie JK picha zetu za watoto aweke hapa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
you
swear.
see, but when I say I trust
That
the
was a
process,
beautiful baby.
it's
You
because
Yeah.
We can't tell.
yeah.
Shame on you. Yeah.
No, I'm saying like if my baby comes out not looking how society, it's
yeah.
not you as it's society.
Yeah.
I'd see, to me, they might be the cutest little human being, but in my head, I'd be like, I know how society would perceive
But
this
can
child.
I digress a bit?
Yeah.
Can I digress a bit? I know this is going to imtachukulia vibaya, but honestly, take all the offense you can. There's enough to go around. When mtu akikukatia sai, unamwangalianga unafikiria mtoto wangu ataka hivyo, you're like, get somebody else to do it.
Especially right now.
Well,
yes.
yeah, but
Mi kwanza kuna mtu niliona, wacha niseme the physique.
but hiyo ni maisha ya huyo mtoto.
Uongo, I'm not going to. Mtoto wangu atakuwa bullied.
Si ni maisha yake.
If
But
you
let
can
me tell
if
you,
you can save your
have
child's
seen
face,
kids.
do it
I
now.
have seen other story na kusema.
But you know,
The kids
they
who are born
they
to
might
family-
turn out very
very
cute.
cute. Yeah.
Yeah, they might.
I've seen parents who are very not. I'm sorry to say, but very ugly. But their kids, and you're like, ngojo.
No one ndio baba.
Yeah. Both the mom and the dad are like, no. Anyway, let me ask you a question. Do you feel like social media is among the leading mediums that sort of like remove that naiveness from us? Talk of maybe pornography, things that involve sex, things that involve maybe money, things that involve, dressing.
One word I can say,
Yeah.
social media came to remove that. There's this word social media has gotten rid of.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah.
People are
Shameless,
shameless
shameless on the internet,
on
man.
the internet. Shame. That's all I can say.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I am one person that social media has helped a lot in terms of I have learned things. Unaona ile wave ya COVID vile ilikuja vile tuliambiwa tukae home tufanye nini, that is when I started learning makeup. And I can tell you for a fact leo mimi siwezi na kwa mtu anipakie makeup.
Yeah.
Why? Because not to say that I am a pro, but I know what I would do to my face to look nice. Social media saved me like that. So I'm able to save money like that. Hey, lakini kuna time nilaunch ile video yangu ya
Which social
chapati.
media? Which medium?
I feel like Christine, you've not
YouTube.
understood what Jojo is saying.
Mhm.
She is asking,
Mhm.
does social media take away the naiveness in people?
It
That's
does.
why you find, like for you, it has helped you
Yeah.
in a positive way.
Yeah.
But there's people who have decided, you know what? I can show my butt cheeks
You-
on the camera and make chooms. I
Yeah.
can show my nipples on the camera and make chooms. that is not okay. It's positive to them because they are making money, but what does it do to the society?
You know.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is what
that's
she's
what I meant.
talking about.
Yeah. Talk of even OnlyFans. You know, like you find that very young girls who are very promising futures. It's not like they cannot make money in a good way, but they just want to choose the easier way.
Yeah.
That they feel like that's the easiest way to make money.
Well, my friend was once having a conversation with me, a guy by the way. He was saying how alikuwa kwa nyumba ya dem, like beshte yako amekuja na kungoja maliza kuvaa mwende. Ametoka bafu, amejifunga towel, amejificha ficha. And then this is the same chick anaenda na post picha kama ameka mkono sijui aje. What is the point of hiding? See, this boy is part of the people out there that would see your nyash. So pita basi hivyo ione yote.
It's different, guys, me included. If you check my social media, you'll see I'm very confident in my body because there's nobody looking at me. It's just literally me and my camera.
Yeah.
But I can't be here with our directors and our editors and I'm telling them, check out my nyash. It's different.
Guys.
But you've spoken about OnlyFans. Just to mention, like, to digress kidogo, like, what's the problem with that?
Okay, love. OnlyFans, we have kids growing up. When they come here, and
why is your child on OnlyFans?
Do you remember that
you are failing as the parent?
Said, it is your responsibility. Ebu imagine mtoto wako ako na OnlyFans na hata hujui hiyo ni nini.
Exactly.
You know, it's more like saying pastors' kids, when they go astray, it's the parents that are failing as parents. I don't think
they're not failing.
In their right senses.
They're not failing.
Or maybe changia in that child going astray.
Wamechangia. I tell you why. Because you are not as present in this child's life. They have room to experiment and do whatever it is they want to do because they know my mom is never going to find out. And even if she does, she will not believe that it is me.
True.
Because in church, you only present yourself this way. Because that's the only point where you as a parent, you meet your child.
Okay.
But then you have said a very important...
Has done everything. You know,
no, well, there's that side. Yeah. There's that side. And if someone chooses, this life is about choices. Yeah. If someone chooses to do this thing, fine. Like, again, Jojo, I don't see the problem with like OnlyFans and pornography. It's a means of making income just like any other job. But you as a parent, I know, like me, if I'm to become a parent, I'm clearly here saying like I don't have a problem with all these platforms. Yeah. But it is my responsibility as a parent to make sure that my child does not, you know.
Yeah.
And by the way,
and whether I like it or not, when you mesema, in as much as I'll be there, there's a way they're gonna find access. They have friends.
Just to add to that, the day you decide to buy your child a phone, I know wazazi wengi usema hizo ni mambo za Gen Z. The day you decide to buy your child a phone, please understand how Instagram works. Because you see what kids do. Si anajua mama upitia simu yangu, anaficha messages zote wapi? Kwa requests.
Yeah.
Mama ameangalia messages aoni chochote. The day you decide to buy your child a phone, know the in and out of all social media platforms.
Let me tell you guys make it sound so easy.
Of course it's not.
It's not easy. Let me defend that.
It's easy.
You're a working class lady, right? You have maybe 2 kids at home. You get into work maybe at around 7:30. You go back home at around 8. You need to like maybe cook for your family, check their homeworks, do whatnot, talk to them, interact with them. Like, what time do you even have for yourself? Yenye unasema ati I need to be hands-on on this kid.
The day you buy your child a phone,
here's the thing. And this is like my opinion. Yeah. I feel like the approach Christine is taking when she's saying jua hi. The best way to go about these things, make sure I know you're a parent, but also make sure you're your child's friend to an extent that they don't have to hide anything from you.
By jua hi, I didn't mean like ati go and become tiaji. For example, there's this one example that my cousin used to tell me about. Unaona ukiintroduce mtoto kwa food yenye kwanza nyeuja kama wewe sai, it's been so many years since ukule papaya yenye imekuwa mashed. You always taste before pe mtoto.
Naka ni maziwa na niko lactose intolerant.
Mbona unapatia mtoto maziwa ya ng'ombe?
Okay. Anyway.
Anyway.
What's the
far from that. I was saying, by that I mean like understanding that kama for example Instagram, si ati sisemi nasema ati uende ukaangalie simu ya mtoto wako. I'm just saying you need to understand that kuna vitu nyingi zinafanyika hii social media. For example, you remember when you were showing us your explore page and then you were like ni nini hizi zinakuja hapa? Utapata mtoto wako utapata mtoto wako ako na like 10 followers, but then akienda pale kwa explore afanye tu mistake a click video moja which zinatokeanga mingi. That's it. That's what I mean by understand like these platforms that your child is going into.
Anyway, guys, before we talk
we have digressed a lot. We are talking about parenthood and we are not even parents.
I am a parent.
Just a question as we wind up. I've noticed that most people lately have been using social media as a means to make money in a wrong way.
What is the wrong way?
Let me explain. You see, like for example, maybe let's take an example. Maybe Khalif Cairo.
The
and
scamming.
now people are making scamming.
The polite
now is also
gangster.
using other people to scam. You know, like people are being told that G fundraise, and the naive us still
Tunachanga tu.
Unachanga tu ile yako kidogo nyoko nayo. And also, it's not even about even churches.
Yeah.
They use social media to like get in money, nini. So, question: how do we navigate around that? How do we even? Is it that person who's changaing? The problem is with the person who is like pumping these people to changie.
It still comes from being educated.
Yeah.
If you don't know about things, you are naive and you are prone to being lied to and to being fed a lot of nonsense.
Yeah.
So for instance, if you don't understand how scamming works or whatnot, if you like, it's all about, I think, education and exposure.
Yeah.
Period.
I think I'll go with the same thing you have said about being naive. There's one thing that mi najua mtanichukia juu kusema hii statement.
Please mchukie.
Why are you paying somebody to teach you how to make money? If it's that easy, so only make dough. Knowledge is free. Niambia ndo usome pale. Like you get people telling you, for example, you see, you said you have classes for
crochet.
Yeah.
If you came and told me, Christine, this is how I'm making money, pay 10,000 for classes per month. That one, this is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Mimi unaniuzia theory you can make money in this economy that hata wewe hauna do. Tunapata na stage ukitembea. What knowledge are you sharing? That aspect ukifikiria hivyo utaikoniwa na mtu. Because why are you giving somebody money? This knowledge iko out there. Kama ni mambo ya forex, kama mtu kabisa ako nayo pesa yenye anasema ako nayo, aren't you able to find this information by yourself?
Yeah.
Use your head.
Alafu, Clara, what's that one character development in social media ishaikupe?
Hiyo tu umesema scamming.
Uli scam.
Hey, let me tell you, this is another thing. When you, I know I don't have like so many numbers, but the kidogo numbers that I have, you'd find a lot of people will come to you with like influencing gigs. So you're like, oh, this brand has noticed me. And the naiveness, because maybe you have never gotten a brand, you want to work with these people.
Yeah.
You will follow up, they will write emails, they will do this, they will do that, and they know how to manipulate you. So I ended up getting scammed.
Oh my God.
Story for another day.
And you, my guy?
I think I haven't been scammed. The only thing ni ile tu maybe find out mpoa wako ako na mpoa wake social media. That's the worst that has happened to me on social media, really.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other thing is maybe when it comes to, when you're out there like that, bullying.
Cyberbullying is like the major one.
Yeah, bullying.
Yeah.
But, with time you get to grow a thick skin.
Yeah.
And you're like, sometimes when I'm doing things, I already know what these people are going to say.
Yeah.
So when someone is, let's say, like for instance, this interviewers in town, when someone is telling you do a 360 and you agree, please agree knowing at the back of your head, idle people will say you have no nyash, or your nyash is disformed, or you have, there's just a lot of...
You look malnourished.
Yes. So like you have to grow a thick skin. You see, for instance, us here, some of you are watching us.
Yeah.
You have a burning, maybe hata usha comment, umeandika venye sijui munakaa aje, kwendeni uko, things like those. So we are used to them. So you
ule
write,
alizaliwa akikaa
I mean,
kiraka.
you write them. We don't even read them.
Yeah.
We only like sieve through the
Scroll
positive
through.
ones. And even when we see them, we're like, I knew they were gonna write this.
We laugh about it, by the way.
I'm just like, I knew they were gonna write this.
Yep,
so,
yep.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is a call to, parents out there. We cannot control social media. So
Yeah, you cannot.
You do the best you can to protect that young kid you're raising. So that has been from us, the amazing, beautiful girls. I've been your host, Jojo Tyra, or you can call me the Boss Mama. And of course, you can find me across all socials at Jojo_Tyra. And of course,
Oh, my name is Clara Ndinda. Leo mlituambia tusiongeleleange wanaume sana. Today's topic has now been about men.
Yeah.
So we listen to you, and that's why we keep telling you to leave your thoughts and your opinions down in the comment section. Hata hizo mbaya, tutazisoma tu tuziangalie. We pick what we need to pick. We pick what works for us, and we leave the ones that are not working for us. So my name is Clara Ndinda, and siku zote nawaambia follow me on all my social media platforms at Ndinda. Na kama acha nijiplug. Naweza jiplug. I'm one of the baddest crochet artists out here. So, if you want some crochet outfits, nipigie simu.
Yeah. And even as you comment, please do be sure to follow the entire episode. Utaipata kwa link iko hapa kwa bio. Enda hapo utawatch episode yote. Do not just take this yenye social media manager yetu anawaekea hapa. Go and watch the full conversation on YouTube at Urban TV. Iko hapa kwa bio. Follow, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ndio kila saa tukipost unakuwa commenter wa kwanza.
Yeah.
Be sure to interact with us, like, share, comment. Until the next episode.
It's a goodbye.
Bye.